We begin tonight with what looks like a precedent-setting ruling by the Employment Relations Authority, which may mean businesses across New Zealand will have to rethink how they treat public holidays. The authority was ruling on the way burger chain Wendy's decides who gets a day in lieu for working a public holiday and who doesn't. The ERA says what they're doing is illegal. What makes this an even bigger story is that the way Wendy's does it is the same way McDonald's and most other fast food companies do it too. Zach Fleming has more.
If you work Monday to Friday and your boss needs you on a public holiday, it's easy, you get a day in lieu. Because the law says you get one if it would otherwise be a working day. But if you're in a rostered job that changes week to week, like working in a fast food restaurant, it's confusing. Really confusing.
Work the 3 previous same days of the week that the public holiday falls on and that public holiday, and you get a alternate day.
That's how the Wendy's fast food restaurant does it. CEO Daniel Lendich describes it as a pattern of work and says it's fair. But if you're confused, let's use Labour Day as an example. If you worked at Wendy's the first 3 Mondays of October and then worked Labour Day, you got a day in lieu. But if you weren't rostered on just one of those first 3 Mondays, even if you worked every other Monday this year, there was no day in lieu for you. So why do they do it this way?
Because that's easy for a computer.
Rose Williams, who works at Wendy's in Christchurch, reckoned that was unfair. She says rosters are purposely organised so employees don't work the 3 Mondays before a public holiday.
I know of one person that's worked there nearly 12 years and never been paid a lieu day the whole time he's worked there.
She says a Monday public holiday is busier than a normal Monday, so extra staff are called in to help. But they're then not given a day in lieu because they don't usually work Mondays.
Hey, we work damn hard in the fast food, you know. You don't get a lot of thank yous from public. All they want is a meal and, you know, to go out and you know, you've got to work your butt off on a busy day for minimum wage.
So Rose embarked on what's now been a 3-year battle with Wendy's. It got so big the Unite union stepped in to help her out. Here's National Director Mike Treen.
Finally we took it to the Labour Inspector because we would end up having to fight for case after case, and we would settling them individually with the company. So the company would sometimes, if we took it up, if we made a big fuss, if we, you know, threatened to take them to court, was, oh yeah, we'll pay it. And until it became obvious to us that actually it was much more, not just the occasional manager misunderstanding thing, but a systemic problem inside the company.
They won. In a strongly worded determination, the Employment Relations Authority has ruled that the 3-week test is illegal. It's ordered Wendy's to review the public holidays worked by every employee, past and present, at all its stores, backdated to July 1st, 2012. Wendy's has 23 stores and more than 500 employees.
I don't know the costings, I haven't done it yet.
Unite Union estimates it could be more than $1 million. Miss Lendich blames the law.
The problem is that the law is not clear. The law should be black and white, and then people wouldn't have to decide, or employers or payroll companies or unions and employers wouldn't have to try and negotiate exactly what it is.
She's referring to that would otherwise be a working day part of the law, though the Holidays Act welcomes employers to give employees enhanced or additional entitlements. Wendy's could just give every employee who works a public holiday a day in lieu if it wanted to. But it doesn't want to, so it uses the 3-week test because
you have to have something that can go into a computer system. You can't expect a human being to go over 500 employees or 10,000 employees and cast their eyes over it and see exactly each individual's case. It needs to be something that can be put into a computer system.
But the ERA has now explicitly said that's actually what it expects. And it doesn't care if that's more expensive or more time-consuming.
The 3-week rule suits Wendy's precisely because it means that it doesn't have to consider the circumstances of each employee. An individual employee approach is simply part of the price Wendy's pays for the benefit of the convenience it gains by using variable rosters.
It's not just Wendy's though. McDonald's works it out in a similar way. So does Restaurant Brands, which owns KFC, Starbucks, Pizza Hut and Carl's Jr. So the big question now is what happens at Christmas? It's less than a month away, and the ERA has sent a clear message to fast food chains that the way they currently do things is illegal. Well, nobody can say. Wendy's says it may appeal the decision, McDonald's says it will review it in more detail and, quote, work in good faith to ensure people are paid correctly. Restaurant Brands didn't send a statement in time for the story's airing. Unite Union's Mike Treen doesn't understand why it's not just made simple. Work a public holiday, get a day in lieu.
Because you are working the public holiday, and the entitlements you get from working the public holiday should be the same for all workers. I think that's fair.
We asked Workplace Relations Minister Ian Lees-Galloway what he thinks. He refused to be interviewed, but said he is taking advice on issues with the Holidays Act. For Checkpoint, Zach Fleming.